guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle/high school, and high school age. Today I'm going to be doing a weekly plan with me in my Erin Condren teacher planner for homeschool planning. This week is our first week back to school. It is the start of our slow start, and I have done a little bit of prep already, I guess, and I do have a video of the initial setup that I did for my Erin Condren teacher planner to turn it into a homeschool planner. There are just some different things that I have done that I do each year. This is going to be curriculum and then some passwords and things, although originally this was going to be passwords, but I'm considering making this into like a vision/focus section. They did just recently come out with a homeschool planner, and had I not already done all of my setup for my teacher planner, I probably would use this planner. It is an undated planner. So if you have this planner and you are planning on using it for the coming year, that's awesome. Because it's undated, you have maybe a couple of different options, but if I were going to be using the homeschool planner, I would set it up exactly the same way. I would have the dates down the side, Monday through Friday, and then my kids' names up at the top in the different categories, Emma, Lucy, Jack, and family, and then just a note section. Originally, I was going to plan out this whole week and put all of the things that I wanted to do down on my weekly plan. That's what I do every Sunday during the school year when we are focusing on core subjects, the stuff that I call mom school. However, when I was thinking about what I wanted to do for this week, I realized that I'm just not sure exactly what we're going to get done. We are starting tomorrow, Monday, July 10th, and there are some definite things that I want to focus on this week, but because I'm not going to be doing like, okay, we're going to do Spanish day 1 here, day 2 here, day 3, day 4, day 5. I don't know how much we're going to get through, how long things are going to take, and so I instead am going to be doing some reverse record keeping for this week. There are some definite things that I need to put down already. I think that on Thursday we are going to be doing our KiwiCo boxes, I think. So I will put that down. And I am going to be tomorrow introducing new resources, having like a Monday meeting, which I typically do during the year. Just kind of, I've written down a few things here. Just some things that we are going to be doing, introducing new resources, going through the milk crates just so the kids can see what they're going to be working on for the first quarter of the year. We need to work on passwords and logins for any online resources that the kids are going to be using. That's primarily Jack's Japanese, and then his math, teaching textbooks, and then Emma, it is teaching textbooks as well as her Spanish and chemistry curriculums. We are going to probably start some Bible. I think that I'm going to be starting the year with our 24 Family Ways and just figuring out a good time to do this. I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking about our schedule. Typically our schedule is, we start around 9. Emma would usually start a little bit earlier and try and get through Spanish and math before we had to be at band. The second semester, it was trying to get through Spanish and math before we did read alouds and history and all of that stuff, personal development, which I do with my older 2. So I'm not sure how this week is going to go, but my focus really needs to be tomorrow on just introducing the kids to the new resources and everything and getting everybody logged in. I would like for Emma and Jack to start with their foreign language and maybe math. We'll see. I do also want to talk to them about the rhythm. My focus this coming week is really going to be on our morning rhythm. How long does it take everybody to get up and get moving during the day? How much time do they want? Is Emma going to be running in the morning, or is she going to be running later in the day? right now she does both. So that's probably going to be her answer. I have talked to the kids, my older two, about their passion projects. Jack is working on a video game. He and Emma started doing, I think it's called Game Jam, but he's going to continue working on his video game through the first 6-week period for his passion project. And Emma is working on writing. She is writing a book at the moment, and so she wants to focus on that, and her goal is to finish the first draft of this book by the middle of October, when our second 6-week session will be over, and then switch focus to NaNoWriMo for our third 6-week session. Yes, I'm going to go over calendars with the kids because everybody has a planner. Emma does have a dentist appointment on Tuesday, but I think that's early. I think it's at 7:30. I will be going out for coffee at some point this week, and I also need to go to Sam's Club. So instead of planning out my whole week in advance, I'm going to do reverse record keeping. Each day I'm going to come in and record the things that the kids are doing. I don't want to have a ton of expectations on this week. I want us to ease into it. That's the purpose of a slow start. It's very easy for me to say, I'm so excited about all of the new resources. Let's do all of the things right now, but I'm trying to get away from that and just sort of ease into it. So that's what we're going to do. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm going to start with this list of stuff, so we may not get all that far tomorrow, but we will see. We'll see. So this is just the introduction. Obviously, each day I will record and you will see as we're going what we're actually getting done. It should be an interesting experience, I feel like, for everybody, but that is where we are going to start. Okay guys, so I did not record when I was writing this stuff down yesterday. I am doing reverse record keeping this week, so I'm just writing down what the kids are doing each day. Emma did work on her book. I think she did like 400 words yesterday. I may have said this earlier in the video, I can't quite remember, but she wrote about 3,000 words on Sunday, so I knew that she wasn't going to have a ton of writing done today. This is her passion project right now, writing this book. She's hoping to finish her first draft by, I think, the middle of October, when we will switch over to prepping for NaNoWriMo, which is the month of November, National Novel Writing Month, which we always participate in, or we have been participating for the past 6 or 7 years. And so that was really good. Jack also worked on his video game, just trying to come up with some ideas. So he didn't do any real coding, I don't think, yesterday, but he was focusing on video game ideas because he had started an idea with Emma for Game Jam, and he doesn't feel as confident in his pixel art as Emma is, so he's trying to come up with some new ideas. So that was yesterday. Yesterday was a really good day. The kids did World Watch. They worked on their Wordly Wise. Emma did Spanish. Jack did Japanese, a lesson for each of them. Everybody set up their calendars. Emma read The Great Brain. She started her English day 1 work for Sunlight Level 300. We did history, which was really interesting. The 7 Men Who Rule from the Grave. I really like this book. We're only 2 chapters in, but it's quite good. She did her Bible, and she worked on her passion project some in the afternoon. She also went outside and ran quite a bit. Lucy did everything that I wanted her to do, which was reading, her math, her copy work, read aloud, history, and Bible. So she did a great job. And then Jack also did all of the things that I wanted him to do. We spent a good amount of time yesterday morning just trying to figure out how we want the rhythm to be. I had the kids write out morning routines, just like what they're going to do when they first wake up in the morning, and then also what they want the order of their work to be in the morning, like their daily work, things like World Watch, Worldly Wise, narration, Bible, that kind of stuff. So overall, I think that it went really well. I'm pleased with how everybody did yesterday. Again, I did not write the stuff down with you because I was writing it throughout the day, and now I have to sit down and remember all of the things that we've done today. Also, I'm using this for Lucy's color, but yesterday when I was writing everything in, I was using this pen and just going across. And so I started writing Lucy's work in this color because I do try to color code things so that even in family subjects, if I have something that we're doing as a family, but there are particular resources that one of my kids is using, I can put it here. Same with over here, like Emma's dentist appointment this morning. Okay, so it is just a little bit easier to write when it is folded over. She went to the dentist this morning. She did World Watch, Ridley Wise, Bible. We actually went out for like a 3-mile walk too. I'll write that with purple, which was really nice. It was raining at the beginning, but it was still a lot of fun. Well, I walked and the kids rode bikes, so that was nice. All right, let's see. Algebra 2, lesson 1. So both Jack and Emma started their math today. Lucy started yesterday. I mentioned this, I think, in my vlog, which I don't know if this is going to be up before or after my first day vlog, but I'm not expecting them to do everything every day. I think they probably will do math like 3 times this week, maybe today, tomorrow, and Friday, or maybe today, Thursday, and Friday. I'm not sure. Emma read her book. We did history. She is not done right now. Right now she is taking a break, but she is going to do Spanish day 2, and that is all I think that she has done today. I'm not going to write down anything for her passion projects yet because she hasn't worked on them. It is like 1:15 right now, and we're essentially done for the day. She does have her Spanish, but that's not going to take her very long. I'm just writing down the things that have already happened. So Lucy read her book. She did 3A, exercise 2. She did copywork. We did history, which right now we're reading Pedro's journal, and we did our read aloud, which I'm reading The Witch of Blackbird Pond with her, which I've never read before, and I should probably put that somewhere so that I have that as a record. Because usually when I am writing out my plans for the week, it really just, I try to put in enough detail so that I can, know what I'm supposed to be doing, but also at the end of the year, I can compile information, as well as when I do my monthly reset and my conferences at the end of the month, I can kind of go through with all of this stuff. She also did her Bible, and she is all done for the day, so I'm really pleased about that. And she also worked on her calendar. I got her a kids planner from Erin Condren this year, and she's been working on it. Well, she worked on it yesterday too. I'll write that down. She set up the whole month yesterday, putting, labeling the month and putting all of the numbers 1 through 31 on the calendar, because it's an undated calendar, so each month you have to set it up. It's not a weekly planner. It just has a lot of little fun activities to do and the calendar set up. And she wrote out her routine. There is on the side of her, this is my life planner from last year, but on the side there of the monthly calendar, there is a little blank note section. It doesn't have lines, but she wrote in the subjects that she wants to do in the order. So she wrote Bible, reading, handwriting, history, math, and so she wrote that all out on her own. It's really cute to see how interested my kids are in planning because of all of the planning that I do. And I think that it's really important to teach them those skills, especially time management skills. So yes, I will come back later today and write down what Emma does for her writing this afternoon, or if she's working on something else. Actually, she has been doing, I don't know how I want to word this, character creation, stickers. So she is interested in creating a little sticker shop. She has all of these original characters that she has created, And so she works on them. She draws them on her iPad in one of the Adobe Creative Cloud apps. I'm not sure which one she uses, to be real honest. But so she's been working on a lot of drawing and creation of stickers. We don't have like a sticker printer to use. We just have my normal HP printer. So I'm going to try and buy like some special sticker paper maybe to see how that works in this printer. And we don't have a Cricut machine or anything like that. So she's just going to make some stickers for herself for the time being, and then perhaps start an Etsy shop. That's kind of one of the passion projects that she has for the first half of the year. We will see how far we get. We might end up using Dave Ramsey's entrepreneurship course, which is an online course, which is very, very good. We use the Foundations of Personal Finance for middle school, and we have that for high school as well. Is it Foundations of Personal Finance? I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, so she has been working on that today, but she hasn't done any writing yet that I know of, partly because I was like, oh, let's go for a walk this morning. Okay, so for Jack, he did World Watch, he did Wordly Wise. 1B, he did Japanese Lesson A, he did Children of the Longhouse and narration, which he reminded me that he does not have a narration notebook, so he's just using a regular notebook for the moment. I'm not as prepared this year as I typically am. I'm not sure why. Well, I am sure. It's because, I do know why. It's because I was so busy in May and June. I didn't feel like I had time to breathe or really think about anything. I was just trying to get to the next thing, trying to do the next thing to, just get through. So yes, it was a little bit much, and that means that we're just not totally ready for the year, and that's okay, because we will have like an official first day, even though we're doing school and I'm counting all of this work. Once we come back from our first week off at the end of August and all the public school kids go back to school, we'll have like a not back to school day, that's what we call it, and they will get all kinds of new school supplies, and we'll do their first day of school interviews and pictures, and we'll probably go somewhere where the public school kids can't be because they are in school. So that's kind of what we do. Unless it's raining, which, to be honest, it's been raining pretty much since the end of May. So yeah, Before Columbus, chapters 3 and 4 we read, and he did questions. He did Bible. He did Algebra 1, Lesson 1. So that's good. And what else? I think that is everything. Right now, they are just taking a break. They're not really doing any passion projects. I don't expect them to immediately start on another thing once they finish their work. They have downtime. I think that Jack is probably playing video games with his friends online, and I think Lucy is also playing video games on her Kindle. So that is where we are at for Tuesday and Monday. I'm really pleased with how everything is going so far. My voice is definitely shot because I've not been reading aloud to the kids over like the past month. I need to train my voice to work again for lots of reading aloud. But overall, I'm happy with how things are going. I think that tomorrow is going to be our passion project focus day. So Emma and Jack will still have math and foreign language, but nothing else. Although they might also do reading, and that's just because I pretty much expect them to read every day, whether it's a book that I assign or a book that they choose to read. There is always reading. It's just an expectation. Lucy will most likely do all of her work, but because I won't have anything else with the older kids, I will just do her stuff right first thing in the morning, and she'll probably be done by 10 o'clock. Okay, so that is Tuesday. we'll see how the rest of the day goes, and I will see you guys in a few minutes to go over Wednesday. Okay guys, so let's see. Yesterday was our first passion project day, and I have to say that it went really well for Emma. It didn't go as great for Jack because he unfortunately is not feeling 100%, so, which is a bummer. But kind of expected to, because we have been nonstop since pretty much the beginning of May, which just means that now our bodies have a chance to rest, which means sickness. But he was able to do a little bit yesterday. Anyways, Emma did World Watch. She read The Great Brain. She did her Bible. She did Algebra 2, Lesson 2. She did Spanish Day 3. And then she spent the rest of the day writing. And so her passion project right now is this book that she's trying to write, and she wrote about 1,100 words yesterday. So that is really good to me. They also did go and work yesterday afternoon for a couple of hours, so that was part of their day. So she didn't spend a ton of time working on writing, probably a couple of hours, and she has been doing writing sprints with authors that she has found on YouTube, and so she's really enjoying that quite a bit, and I think that is awesome. Lucy did zero work yesterday. She just did not get going on any work, and I was busy doing some other things, and so I just did not really bother with it because I was kind of taking care of Jack and I was trying to finish some editing. So Lucy didn't really work on anything yesterday, which again is totally fine because, like I said, this is just our slow start, and so next week will be different. It's just going to be different each day. We all did go for about 3.5 miles yesterday, which was a lot of fun. And any day that it is nice out, we want to do that. Now, let's see. I will do Jack next. So Jack did Algebra 1, Lesson 2. He also did Japanese, Lesson B, and then let's see. That was mainly all he did yesterday, and then he was reading a book of his choosing and then just resting. He did also work in the afternoon. They both have an outside job, so he did feel well enough to do that, but then came home and rested some more. So that was yesterday. Now today we all ended up going down to the coffee shop with my mom and having breakfast. And then we did go to the library. So that was fun. The kids had requested some books that came in, and they also just needed to return some books as well. So Emma has been not doing any of her school yet today. So, and it is 1 o'clock right now. She has just been reading the book that she got at the library this morning, so I'm not going to write anything down for her yet. Lucy is doing Tornado, Chapter 3, Math, Exercise 3, and then copy work and read aloud. I'm not doing history with her today. I do not do history every day with Lucy. Sometimes we double up, sometimes we move around differently than what the schedule is listed as. For level D, we did the same thing when Emma and Jack did level D through Sunlight as well. We just kind of pick and choose what we want to read, and we go over stuff, and I add things and I take other things out. It's just because I've already done the level 2 other times that I'm comfortable doing that. So, but I don't do every subject every single day. And then she is observing her butterflies, which have not hatched yet, but they seem to be getting close. And I bet this weekend they will be hatched, and I will be trying to figure out what the heck to do with them. All right, and then Jack is still not feeling great. So he is doing Algebra 1, Lesson 3. He did Japanese, Lesson C. These lessons, 0, A, B, C, I think it might have D and E as well, and then it moves into Lesson 1. These are all like the introduction lessons, so he watches a YouTube video that corresponds to the workbook and then does whatever is in the workbook. So he did that. He also did Children of the Longhouse, and he did his dailies, which are Wordly Wise. Nobody did World Watch today because we went out this morning to breakfast. So let's see. And narration. We are also not doing history today. I thought that we would do the KiwiCo boxes today that I have, but because our morning was spent out with my mom and then at the library, we really just don't have a ton of time this afternoon. And I actually have my live stream in about 45 minutes. So, or I have to get ready for it in about 45 minutes. So it's a lighter day again today, and that's okay. The whole point of this slow start is to just start working on stuff, and hopefully we will continue to move ahead. Emma, I obviously want her to at least do Algebra 2 and Spanish today, and I don't mind if she is not reading her book for English because she's reading another book, and when you have a new book, you want to just read it, so that's totally fine with me. So that's where I'm going to leave off right now. I will probably update more tomorrow with whatever Emma actually does if she ends up coming back and working on some school stuff this afternoon, which I hope that she does. Okay, so that is Wednesday and at least half of Thursday. Okay guys, so let's get back to all of this planning from behind. You know, I actually said yesterday when I was recording that Lucy really didn't do anything on Wednesday because I was busy taking care of Jack, but she was working on her butterflies. So she has a little notebook. I may have mentioned this earlier in the video, and in fact, I didn't write down any of that for any of these days. She has been observing and writing little notes and drawing pictures about her caterpillars and butterfly hatching project right along pretty much every day. So I am just going to write that here because I do want to obviously make note of that. I realize that I haven't really been saying anything about the butterflies at all in my planning, and she has been doing those for a couple of weeks now. So, or has it been a couple of weeks? Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. So I do want to give her credit for that. So I will write that there. Friday, we did World Watch. We did go for a walk again / bike ride. So Emma finished The Great Brain. It's not Friday when I'm recording this. I forgot to come back on Friday and do that. And she answered all the questions. She did Algebra 2, Lesson 4. She did Spanish, Day 5. She did History and Questions. We're reading the book 7 Men Who Rule from the Grave. I may have already said this before, but this is a really good book. I definitely like it a lot. It's really interesting. And then she spent a good bit of time editing a weekly vlog. So what she is doing is she is recording herself as she goes through and writes her book. So that she can then have like a record of writing her book. She's really excited about it. And so she edited her first weekly vlog. We have not posted it or anything like that, but I figure at some point that she will want to do that. And then, so that was Friday for Emma. Lucy did her reading. She did read alouds. She was watching the butterflies. We did not do math, and she didn't do copy work. Yeah, I think that was all that she worked on Friday. And then for Jack, he did Algebra 1, Lesson 4. He did Japanese, Lesson D. He read Children of the Longhouse, did Worldly Wise. Oops, I can't spell today. Narration, World Watch. Let's see, what else did he work on? I think that was about it. He's still not feeling great, so it did dampen some of the later stuff in the week because he was more just resting. And I mean, still getting the basics done, but not really doing too much more, and just having a chance to rest. They are both reading new books that we got from the library yesterday, so that was good. We did not do the KiwiCo boxes at all because Jack wasn't feeling good, but yes. Okay, so this was our first week, our slow start. I'm really pleased with how everything went. I think we're getting into a good rhythm. We worked on, morning routine this week, just getting up, getting ready for the day, doing Bible. In fact, I don't even think that I wrote that down on every day. So I should do that. And then next week we will work on making sure that we're getting all of the daily things done. That's World Watch, Worldly Wise, narration for most of the days. World Watch will do 4 days, but not Friday because Friday is going to be our screen-free day. And then Worldly Wise, we will do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and the same thing with narration, but not on Wednesday because that's our passion project day. So that is my first week of homeschooling. It was kind of a mess. I hope that you made it to the end of this video. I will definitely have more plan with me's as we go through our slow start so you can see how I'm actually planning out our weeks as well. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and it was informative. I do have a video that I posted about how to implement a slow start and how we kind of do that in our home. And yeah, I will leave a link for that in the description box for you. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about, or you want to chat about anything at all homeschool planning related, please leave me a comment or you can email me. My contact form is always in the description box. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.